Hi, ho, ho, ho. Today is December 22nd, and we're getting ready for a very big holiday for so very many of us. Christmas is on the 25th, which is Friday, but we do Tuesday tales, not Friday tales. So I am having an early Christmas celebration with you today, and this is our last Tuesday tales of 2020. I'll be back in January with more. Don't worry. We're going to continue Tuesday Tales at Home. We're going to continue with the activity bags for K through 6 and activity bags for preschool. I still have a few December ones left. So if you need something to do over the school holiday, pop in and get one. We are curbside only right now. But if you call me when you get to the building, when you get to my parking lot, I'll bring it out to your car, no problem. We are closed 24th, the 26th, and the 31st of December, so plan accordingly. I wouldn't want you to show up and me not to be here. That would really be a bummer. So today, since it's a couple days before Christmas, I'm reading The Night Before Christmas. And The Night Before Christmas is a poem, and it was written by Clement C. Moore, and it was written way back in 1823. That poem that I'm going to read today is 197 years old, and we still read it every year. It is one of the timeless Christmas classics, and it's one that I read every year. The version I'm reading today, the book that I'm reading is not 197 years old. It was illustrated by Mary Engelbreit, and it was published in 2002 by HarperCollins Publishers. So it's a little bit, the book is newer than the poem itself, but the words are from way back 197 years ago. So some of the words are not ones that you might recognize, and it's kind of, words are used a little differently today than they were back then. So it's a little interesting. Open, shut them, open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them, open, shut them. Put them in your lap, lap, lap. Creep them, crawl them, creep them, crawl them. Right up to your chin, chin, chin. Open up your little mouth, but do not let them in. Okay, so The Night Before Christmas. Find the first page. And this first page, I love the first page of this version of the book. Because the first page of this book, you can see all kinds of cool stuff. Do you see a paintbrush? Yeah, right here. Looks like the mouse is using it as a broom. And you have a pot holder for a rug. And this is a spool of thread that's a table. And do you see what the mouse is using as a bed? He's sleeping in a teacup. How fun is that? 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mamma in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. The little old driver, so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. Look, St. Nick is losing a bunch of his toys out the back. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. Do you see in the picture here? The kids at the house left him, let me see if I can see it better over here, some milk and cookies and a note. Do you leave a note for Santa? I leave a note for Santa every year. How chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf. And I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. Do you see his foot? That's all you can see of him. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, as he drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. The end. That's one of my favorite stories. Okay, so for their first rhyme, you have to stand up. Let's try to get some blood flow into those feet, right? Okay, so I'm going to put my camera up top here so that you can see my face. And let's imagine we have a big Christmas tree right up here, right in front of us. And we're going to say, way up high on the Christmas tree. Can you point really, really high in the sky? I saw two little candy canes winking at me. Can you wink? I shook that tree as hard as I could. And down dropped those candy canes. Can you drop down? Good. And you rub your tummy. Can you do that with me one more time? Okay. Way up high in the Christmas tree, two little candy canes winked at me. So I shook that tree as hard as I could, and down fell those candy canes. Good. Rub your belly. Okay. So I have one more Christmas rhyme for you, and one I've done before, but it's always a fun one. This is Rudolph. Except Rudolph's not looking like Rudolph, is he? So here is my rhyme that goes with this. And when I put the colors on, you have to yell them too at home, okay? So, Rudolph, Rudolph, what will you do? You can't guide Santa's sleigh if your nose is blue. Rudolph, Rudolph, you're such a silly fellow. Who will know you if your nose is yellow? Rudolph, Rudolph, your way cannot be seen through the wintry weather if your nose is green. Can you imagine Rudolph with a green nose? Be kind of funny. Rudolph, Rudolph, Santa gave a wink. Here's that wink again. But what will he say if your nose is pink? That doesn't shine very bright, does it? It looks pretty, but Rudolph, Rudolph, it's time to fly at night, but you can't get through the snow. If your nose is white, it'll blend right in. Rudolph, Rudolph, it's time to go to town, but you can't help Santa if your nose is brown. Rudolph, Rudolph, Santa has his sack, but you're not ready if your nose is black. What color should Rudolph's nose be? We went through all of these colors. Rudolph, Rudolph, the children are in bed, And now we can get on our way because your nose is red. He's Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, right? All right, that's a fun one too. Okay, so this year, or this week, I guess, and this year, this week we're going to make a cute little tree ornament. So in your activity bag, you have a plastic baggie full of supplies, and you've got 4 pipe cleaners, all cut to different lengths. So kids, this is a math lesson too. You've got to line up your pipe cleaners in order of length first, because the shortest one goes on the top, and then next, and next, and then the longest one goes on the bottom. And all you need to do with this, I'll show you I'll take the bottom one apart and show you what I did. Just put the pipe cleaner behind it, about center, and then just twist it onto the tree. If you're a perfectionist, you can always cut the ends of these so they look a little bit more tree-like. Sometimes when the kids do them, they don't turn out quite so tree-like. And then after your pipe cleaners are all twisted around your trunk, you've got some colorful beads in there. See the beads? And you're going to thread 1 bead under the end of each pipe cleaner. And my Sammy put these together, and she tried to make sure everybody got one of every color. That didn't exactly happen, but that's what her goal was, so that everybody has rainbow beads. You've got a lot of different colors of beads. And then you've got a self-adhesive, a sticker star. Just peel the back off of it, and I stuck it to the top of that, and a piece of elastic thread to hang your star up. And then you can, if you want, take a Sharpie marker, or this might be a good thing for a mom or a dad, and put the year so that you have a memory of when you made this. You remember 2020 and the year you made the Christmas tree, doing Tuesday Tales at home with Miss Melissa. So I am fortunate in what I do, and I really enjoy getting to interact with you. It's been a little bit different this year, but I appreciate all the emails and messages and that I get, that you guys are having fun with me. So thank you for that. Hopefully 2021 will be a fun year. I'm looking forward to that. So instead of the ABCs, I think we should sing Jingle Bells. And if you have any bells at home, it is super fun to sing Jingle Bells with bells. And these are the ones that we've used at Tuesday Tales at the library. But if you need to, stop the video and go get some bells or a drum or something to make some noise with. Are you back? All right, ready? Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha, 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 bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'll see you in January.